Hi again, how you going? I just thought I'd do another short video just to put some thoughts out there. Thanks for listening again. I do appreciate people listening. And like I said at the beginning of all of this, all I was really trying to do is get my story out there. It's probably not a huge amount different to what a lot of other people are facing. But as I've said in other videos, a problem shared is a problem halved. This is for me, but maybe sometimes people listening in will also feel like they've shared a problem because they can relate. And so they can feel like they're actually, oh yeah, I feel that as well. And so maybe they don't feel so alone. Um, this particular topic is just on something very, very simple. I've found for myself that this can sometimes drive how I'm feeling during a day and can make things more acute or less acute depending on how much I have. And what I'm really talking about is sleep and the quality of sleep. Um, it's interesting that over the last probably 10 years, I've never seen so many ads around sleep and, mattress protectors that help you sleep and things that will help you sleep and the science of sleeping. I think when I was growing up, there was no such thing. It was just like, there's your mattress, there's your bed, off you go. And everybody was assumed that you slept. It was only in the 90s when their movie called Insomnia came out that I actually understood that there were people that struggled to sleep. Um, but I have found over the years that when I have disrupted sleep or struggle to get to sleep, that a lot of times that triggers and can sometimes exacerbate some of the feelings that I have, especially in the negative sense. For some reason, sleep doesn't enhance the positive emotions. It always seems to impact the negative ones. So if I've had a bad sleep or I've struggled to get off to sleep, the next day I can actually feel a lot worse. And also my negative emotions can sometimes take hold quite a lot. I can sometimes feel a lot more anxious. I can sometimes feel a lot more depressed. I can sometimes feel a lot more like I don't want to do any things or engage in things. And sometimes that can be linked back to the sleep you had. And so for me, I do monitor my sleep a lot. And a lot of times what I try and do is if I don't get to sleep straight away, I get up. And that's the best thing that you can do. Get up, go do something, whether it's, they say watching TV is not one of the best things to do, but I do find I fall asleep in front of the TV. So I then that helps me get to sleep. But reading can help. Yeah, there's lots of different methods of getting to sleep and stuff like that, from kiwis to warm milk to other things. I suppose if you're in the middle of the night, you don't want to run yourself a warm bath, but that helps as well. But also, one of the top ones is also being a little bit colder, so that your body needs to sort of huddle up and get close, that cozy feeling. And that can sort of help get you to sleep as well. But yeah, I find that a lot of times if I'm not sleeping well, then that can exacerbate. So I do monitor my sleep in a not a religious fashion. I don't sort of mark down everything that's going. And I did at one stage have an app on my phone and on my wrist that monitored how I slept. That gave me a good understanding. But now I sort of realize that I do sleep relatively well, but I do monitor how well I've slept and try and understand what my moods are at the same sort of time. So sometimes the sleep can have that impact. So I would suggest to you, if you are having those thoughts, sort of see what your sleep pattern's like. Make sure that you are in a routine and how you get to sleep. That you do the same sort of things. There's lots of books out there about sleep and the type of sleeper that you are. There was one out, and I can't remember the title, but it was around being a lion, a bear, and a something else. I can't remember, but it's a book on sleep because the type of person that you are determines the type of sleep you are as well. And that can be quite interesting to understand how you are and what type of sleep you might have. And some people can go fine on 4 hours a day, and some people need, the 8 or 9 hours. Otherwise, they don't function as a human being. So knowing yourself and knowing how sleep impacts you is also a good thing to understand, because that can give you a sense of yourself and sense of what your sleep needs are. Anyway, I hope this topic has been of interest. There's lots of books on sleep. It's a whole study in itself. but sometimes it does have quite a good impact on what you're feeling and what's going on in your life as well. And it can sometimes really exacerbate those negative feelings as it does in me. Anyway, I hope this topic's been interesting. Let me know. And look after yourselves, and thanks for listening.